Major General Kahinda Otafiire.
Secondly, I want to ask you one question. You say Otafiire, with his 50 chicken and 20 goats, is a Ugandan. He votes. Voting means I'm concerned about the affairs of Uganda. Then you get a lady like Amina, who has invested close to $1 billion in Uganda. And you say, no, you can't vote. Hey, who has more concern about the welfare of Uganda? Is it Otafiire who can drive his goods to Tanzania and go away? Or Amina, who has investment in Uganda she can't remove? Who is more interested in the stability, safety and stability of Uganda? This person who has $1 billion worth of investment, or Otafiire who is just drinking waraji and eating potatoes and running around with his goats? So that's also important. As a country, we should start thinking about it. You've seen this gentleman, Elon Musk, who was very influential in the elections in the United States. The man is a South African. The man is originally South African, but he's the most influential element. He was the most influential element in the elections in the United States. The FBI director designate, I'm told, he's a Ugandan. Yes, his parents were just from here. He's now FBI director designate for Uganda, for United States. So we should also start learn to think outside the box. As far as citizenship is concerned, we should also start thinking outside the box. We people in Uganda here, sometimes we don't even think within the box. They don't think when the box becomes a problem. Think outside the box. If you can't think within it and outside, just remove the box. just get rid of the box. So your question, like when you are talking about passports, the question of whether you get a passport or not get a passport should actually be determined at the registration. Your question should be determined by NIRA, so that NIRA makes it easy for DCIC to process your passport immediately, so that you don't have to do 2 interviews. NIRA says you are a citizen, DCIC says no, you are not. And they are running the same government. They are in the same government. NIRA says you are a citizen, you come with a citizenship identity card. DCIC says you know you are not. Sometimes you find some of these fellows have to have another national identity card. Kapchorwa, you find those who have national identity card of Kenya, then they want the national identity card of Uganda. This gentleman has a brother in Kenya, gets who is a Kenyan from Kapchorwa. Then he comes here and says, I want my national identity card. Then you say, but you already have the one of Kenya. He says, look at these fellows. What's wrong with you? I'm a Ugandan. I live in Uganda. Yeah. So sometimes we have those challenges when we say you can't get an identity card because you have another identity card and we can't give you the one of Uganda. It becomes a problem. And unfortunately, our people don't know that sometimes you have to renounce one identity card or apply for dual citizenship. And I would encourage dual citizenship in Africa here because of the historical mistakes, the history of our country, of our countries. Take the Wakonzo and the Wanananga, the Wanandi. There are more Wakonzo in Congo than in Uganda. Now, what's the difference between a Mukonzo in Congo and a Mukonzo in Uganda? eat the same food, speak the same language, do the same dances, marry each other. So, what's wrong with the Mukons of Uganda becoming a dual citizen of both DRC and Uganda? And why don't we abolish DRC in the first place? Why don't we get rid of DRC and get rid of Uganda and become East Africa? That's the easier path, which we don't want to pursue because of, I don't want to say, as you know, I'm chairman of the Global Pan-African Movement, and I don't want to mix my Pan-Africanism and Uganda affairs. But that answers your question, young man. Why you have difficult sometimes with giving passports. But in any case, when you get a difficulty, the process should start with your LC1. The process should start at your LC1, LC2, LC1, LC2, LC3. Then you get your national identity card, and that should solve your problem in different cases.
Geno Kahinda Otafiire ndozo muwulidde bulungi. Bannayuganda gyonna gye muli mawanga g'e Bulaaya oba mu Africa buli gy'omanyi nti gy'oli kyandibadde beta okubeera n'obutuuze bw'emirundi ebiri kubanga kikugwanidde. Oba oyo yenna ayogera olulimi lwe lumu n'olwo olwogera mu Uganda ng'olulimi olwogera mu Uganda oba mu Uganda mulimu eggwanga nga lyogera olulimi lwe lumu nga naawe ali oba Kenya ali oba Tanzania ali oba ng'olwogera olulimi lwe lumu ne bannayuganda tribe eri mu Uganda kyandibadde beta mu Africa okubanga oli n'obutuuze bw'emirundi ebiri. Nze ngamba kino Otafiire kyagamba kyetwogerako ekya open borders. Africa eveemu borderless nga you can go anywhere nga America bweri nti teweetagisa visa okugenda mu ssaza lino oba kisaza liri ogenda bugenzi okitegedde. Ne Africa ebere borderless nga tetwetaaga visa okuva e Uganda ogenda e Kenya ogenda Rwanda ogenda Tanzania ogenda e Congo ogenda e Mozambique nga ntambula butambuzi kiri nti ndi mwana wa Africa. Ekifundawo okugamba muno tubeere smart dual citizen ate ng'oli mu Africa. Be an African nti ndi mwana wa Africa tekineetagisa butuuze mbw ate simanyi mutuuze wano okitegedde wadde yakigamba bwatu nekigambe tugambe no kyanetaagisiza ku bali mu Europe bali mu Asia bali mu America naye nga mu Africa what we should fight for a borderless Africa. Tubeere ne Africa nga yaffe nga ndi free ogende South Africa ndi free ogende Zambia ndi free ogende Namibia nga si tuwalika kwa kulizo konna kubanga tuli Africa. Zino borders ziriwo zaayitibwa bazungu. N'okuba nti n'abakulembeze be tulina tebafaayo bo balowooza kuba badikiteeta bannakyemalira mu ntebe na kupromotinga abaana be basigale nga be bakulembeze. Mufube kukola ekintu ekigenda okuyamba ekigenda okuyamba Munnayuganda ekigenda okuyamba omwana wa Africa okweyagalira mu Africa bo bali ku kimu. Tubadde tutya mu buyinza tulemedde tutya mu ntebe tutadde tutya batabani baffe n'abaana baffe mu ntebe tubbye tutya ensi eno tubbye tutya Uganda tubbye tutya okitegedde. Bo balowooza kubba kwekkusa tebalowooza kuzimba nsi buli omu gy'aneeyagaliramu okitegera. Singa America yakola bino neyeekutulakutulamu obusisisi singa terina gye weeri singa si super power. Africa nemala ejja mu bino simanya biboda biki nebeera one country netubeera nga zino zi provinces just gye tuva nga zi provinces oyinza okusanga Africa ye super power mu nsi yonna oba nga ye second super power country. Naye olwokuba nti abazungu eri batukotoggera n'abakulembeze baffe batukulembera nabo tebatukotoggera tubula Africa terina gyeraga nga nabo noogera ku dual citizenship mu Africa nina tuba kutumala budde. Kiri kirungi kati ku mbeera nga bweri for the status quo nga bweri era nsaba twandikikoze nobeera mutuuze South Africa notuuze Uganda noba nga okitegedde noba nga notagamba nti nze ndi wa wano kagungubiru kubanga tekituyamba kati ensi eri global yetaaga kulaakulana yetaaga genda mu maaso naye tunaagenda tutya mu maaso nga twefudde awo buntuntu tetwagala kuseetuka we tuli. Let's be global to embracing togetherness widely okitegedde nga associating widely so bakayita batya kange koomu okitegedde tekina kitugenda kututwala so it's better okuba ne dual citizenship ate ekisingira ddala to have a borderless Africa tekigenda kutuyamba nga tewaliwo enkugirwa kugenda neno bebulosoma East African Community it's nuisance tebiri mu makulu tubere one Africa nga tujja okuba n'ensi ennungi yeeyagaza era ensi ejja okuba super power wali omulamwa naye nga kirina okuba ekikulu kujjawo bano bannakyemalira abalowooza ndi n'ensi yaabwe nti bo bali mu kukolera baana baabwe busika so tebali mu kuzimba Africa yagenda okuyamba gwe nange n'abazzukulu baffe.